Honestly, anything from the Baba Yaga is a treat. Welcome to the Sanctuary. My name is Brandon Aries. Now let's talk movie. And this week, from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. I'll admit, I didn't have very high expectations for this film. I mean, they were practically on the floor. But I was surprised. From the world of John Wick, Ana de Armas stars as she loses her father at a very young age from this cult. And she wants to exact her revenge. How does she do that? She wants to get into the business, the wet work business, the liquidation, the hitman business, whatever you want to call it these days. She wants revenge on the man who killed her father. So she becomes a ballerina. Wink, wink. I thought Ana de Armas did a great job. Honestly, when it came to the choreography and even the acting, I feel like she was able to put both of them together to give a really dedicated role here. I gotta admit, I was surprised to see Keanu Reeves as John Wick come in so early into the film. And it's not like he's there and then it's like, all right, let me carry you throughout the entire film. Nah, it's like, all right, I'm here. And then when it gets real good, then I'm here again. That's not to say that anything in the middle is inherently bad. It's just, it's different. And it develops Ana de Armas as Eve being the hitman character. I like her proctor, her trainer. She had a lot of words in the beginning that were so strong and so motivational where I was like, yep, I got pretty emotional seeing Lance Reddick because in John Wick 4, we all know the fate. If you haven't watched it, card's right up here. But it was just so nice to see him again. And again, rest in peace to the great Lance Reddick. Gotta admit something I didn't like, and that was the fact of Norman Reedus being here. Not that I have anything against Norman Reedus, I just didn't really care for this character. He was kind of quick for me to the point where I didn't really have enough time to really give a damn. Anytime we talk about a John Wick movie, we got to talk about the action. And this never disappoints. They are always tip top. They are always on the frickin' money with these big ass explosions, literally fighting fire with fire. At one point, I think to have a Mission Impossible movie and a John Wick movie come out in the same year is insane to me. Like, what's next? Are we gonna get a James Bond movie? Please? Nah, take your time with those. We don't even know who the next James Bond is right now. But for real, when it comes to even just a spin-off and it's not Keanu Reeves, they still do not miss a beat. And hell, John Wick even gets some action of his own in this film. So it's like, oh, kudos. Now, do I think that the spin-offs are a good idea? Yes. Considering how John Wick 4 ended, again, if you haven't seen it, the card is up there. But I think it's nice. I think it's a different way to kind of expand this universe. Yes. Something about the John Wick universe just keeps making me want to learn more. And I want to keep seeing all these different situations play out. I mean, I think the Continental Show is coming up soon, but that's what's so hard about these kind of franchises is that when they really take off and they get big, it's almost like it's ending. And then you have to almost backtrack or make prequels to the stuff that happened in the past, which isn't a bad thing. But like I said, it has to be done right. And for Ballerina, I feel like they did a really good job at putting it between John Wick 3 and 4, which is when it's supposed to take place, and making it a solid product that you can put alongside your watch order if you're gonna binge the John Wick movie. So you can easily go John Wick 1, 2, 3, Ballerina, and John Wick 4. That goes without any knowledge of what's going on with the possibility of John Wick 5, but we won't know for sure. Now, could there be more of these spin-offs? Maybe. I'm sure they're gonna visit that maybe a couple months down the line, or if they're going to put out a John Wick 5, depending on where it's going to take place. But I'd be interested. Hell, I want to learn more about Lawrence Fishburne's character. Like, I'd maybe be down to see more on that. Or even some of the other hitmen that were maybe in the first and second films. We never know. So that leaves me curious. Are you going to see Ballerina? Or did you see Ballerina already? Let me know in the comments. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.